What's up, guys? Ian here from Co-Career Today, where we're taking that mindset of lack to a mindset of abundance. So today I just want to talk about mind tricks and how your mind plays so many tricks on you that are limiting your abundance. Now, I catch myself all the time kind of getting in habitual habits that aren't serving me. So I might do something one day, and then this next day I find myself kind of in the same pattern. And whether or not it helped me the day before, we'll make like a decision within me whether I should use that or put it away. Now, the first thing that I'm bringing up about this mind trick is the habitual things that pertain in our life is because we are literally habitual beings, and everything that we do is through habit. But a lot of the stuff that we're doing every day is unconscious. Let me guess. You probably don't know which foot you put into your shoes first. However, there is a 99% guarantee that you put in the same foot in first every time. So thinking about that, you can kind of expand on that and be like, what other things am I doing habitually that I'm not conscious of? And once you start thinking like that, you can go on with your daily business, and you can soon catch on to the habitual things that you're doing. And whether or not you did that yesterday or last week, and how it's affecting you today, is going to really decide whether you're going to be able to use that habit or you're going to consciously get rid of it. Now, the second mind trick that your ego plays on you is this limiting belief system. So a lot of us are right-handed, so that means that we're left-brained. And your left brain is super logical, and some output has to equal an input. So with that, you had to think that you probably would think that there has to be an answer for every question. But when we look at the right side of the brain, the creative side, that's not necessarily the case. Like, you don't need an answer to a question, because potentially the answer to the question is within the question. And that's just one side that I can see it, but having this creativity in my life has really showed me that there isn't just one answer, and there isn't always logical sense of things. So when we believe something to be true, it doesn't necessarily need to be concrete. And I feel like too many of us today limit our abundance because we kind of plateau ourselves. We see the ceiling, but we don't realize there's a sky. And that is so detrimental to your abundance and the prosperity that you are going to achieve, and you are able to achieve. Now, when we can get rid of this mindset and we shift our brain to more of a creative side, we're going to be able to not necessarily define the life that we're living. We're going to be able to experience it for what it is, and with that, have no limits to what we can do and what we can get out of it. Now, the last one is social standards, and just believing that all these things that we hear on the news is true. I just have a hard time with social standards because as a young adult, I'm in this world trying to take it for what it is, but everyone's trying to breathe down my throat that, oh, you have to believe this, oh, you have to believe that. These lives matter. These lives are privileged. But when you look deeper into that, it's not the case. We were all born without like rules, and we were born with no limits. Now, if you're going to tell me that um, I'm privileged because I have this and so, that's literally taking away what you potentially had. And that's how I see it. If you tell me that these lives matter and these lives don't, you're basically externalizing your power, and you're making yourself not profitable. You're not gaining anything from it other than taking and tearing people down. So these social beliefs that people and societies and cultures put on us are very detrimental to young growing adults and growing teenagers, if not younger younger age people, kids. Now, the way that I see it and what helped me along my journey is just to let go of all of that and realize that there is no sex, there is no race, um, there's no justification for who you are other than your personality and the way that you see the world. And if you can be optimistic and you can be a very loving, kind-hearted person, you're more likely to get that back. And that's the goal. We're trying to create a lifestyle that is abundant and is loving. And we're trying to push that negativity away because we're too good for that. You realize that you're an aristocrat and you're not going to settle for poverty. And that's the mindset that I'm trying to create within this channel. I'm trying to create it within myself. And I just want to share these things with you so you can potentially become more of who you are. And that's the biggest thing, is becoming who you are and loving yourself 100% and loving the process. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll catch you later. Thanks, guys.